Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, Doris Ballard, and this program is available on Concord TV Channel 22, on demand at yourconcordtv.org, on our YouTube channel, as well as on iTunes as a free podcast. And my guest today is Charlie Cole, General Manager of Cole Gardens, and we're here today to talk about the Concord Winter Market. And thank you for continuing this tradition.
Well, I think farmers markets in general, summer or winter, have this real community feel. And I know the summer market here in Concord, for example, if you have a dog, it's a great spot to introduce other dogs with new dogs, or your new dog with dogs, and it's like everybody comes together, for example. And at the winter market, it's fun because it's like today, cold out, and when you walk in the greenhouse, it's warm, it's sunny, and it, again, has that community feel of supporting local farms.
I asked you in our pre-interview, you said something about a goal of the Winter Farmers Market, and it's sort of like a mission, but for businesses, or this enterprise, I would say. And it's healthy eating, eating local, buying local, eating fresh.
Yep.
That's everything I strive for, but I'm not always successful.
It can be a challenge.
Right.
So yeah, you know, we believe eating healthy, which most of our vendors are on that health kick. Obviously, we have a lot of vendors that do sell sweets, but it's good to cheat once in a while, of course. Get a cupcake or a donut.
Have some asparagus or like turnips, and then have the sweets.
Exactly. Or in my case, more sweets than turnips and asparagus. Fun. But and then while you're being healthy or eating healthy and supporting a healthy lifestyle, you're supporting local vendors from around the state
and local farmers.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a nice. It's just a nice community feel, no question.
I have to say that I agree that a farmer's market, and you have music that's playing, we'll talk a little bit about that, but it's like a village within a small area. Yeah. And you meet people you know, and you are happy, and you can test some of the foods, right? Sometimes people have tasting.
Oh yeah, a lot of them have tastings.
Little presentations. As you say, you have one that makes guacamole right there.
So Patty's Guacamole, it's actually the one vendor that's outside the state. He's from the North Shore of Massachusetts, and he makes fresh guacamole in front of you throughout the market. So he has all his ingredients and fills his bowl and smashes the avocados, and it's a good guacamole. The best guacamole is when someone else makes it, personally, because it's not that hard to make. But yeah, it's a real. It's fun because it's like Cheers. You go in and people know who you are. They know your name.
That's a perfect analogy.
It really is, because the vendors get to know the customers get to know the farmers, and I think what's unique about going to a farmer's market versus going to a grocery store is you're staring at a turnip, for example. Maybe you're a new cook or a new cook in the kitchen. You're like,
or an older cook who's never cooked a turnip in her life.
Exactly. You can say, what do I do with this? How do I cook it? What are your suggestions? And the farmer can give you some ideas. And the other way, or another scenario, is I've had numerous people talk to farmers asking, how do I grow this? So they give history, and you're talking to the person that has a knowledge, that's an expert at their trade. So it's a really unique situation. It's like going to a grocery store that has all the vendors set up sampling, and being able to talk to them, but purchasing right in front of you, right in front of your booth. And then on top of that, during the markets in January on, we try to do a booth for, I'm trying to remember what we call it, vendor spotlight. So we'll give the vendor extra room, and they'll produce something and do tastings above and beyond what they normally do. So
people are getting training on how to cook certain items.
So we'll have a couple of our beef vendors, and they'll be grilling beef in the market, and you can taste different kinds, and then make your selection. And again, pick some of their favorite recipes and try that at home to kind of change up and spice up life a little bit in the kitchen.
Well, I want to mention the website because I just went ahead and printed out a whole bunch of sheets from your website,
Perfect.
which is concordwintermarket.com. And we'll mention that a few times during this half hour on Community Conversations if you're just tuning in to our podcast or TV program. Cole Gardens is Charlie Coles, the general manager, is here with us, and we're talking about the Concord Winter Market, which is going to be running from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., excluding December 28th. It's running all throughout December and up into April 12th.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
And what if there's a storm? I mean,
I think we've only canceled the market over the past 5 or 6 years, 2, maybe 3 times, tops, I think even twice. But we try to get the word out as much as we can. We definitely we'll make the call the night before, and typically, if the storm's that bad, no one's going out anyways.
Right.
But these are farmers. We have thick skin, so we can make our way through most conditions. But very few storm cancellations.
Okay. Well, we are going to start exploring now some of the vendors who are part of the market. But before that, what do you do to prepare for this? I mean, I'm thinking you're busy all summer and fall, and you're doing landscaping at Cole Gardens, and you're selling all kinds of trees and bushes, and then, oops, here comes the Winter's Farmers Market.
Well,
how do you prepare for it?
Well, we're unique, where during the winter, it's obviously a slower time of year, so we have space available. And getting ready for the market can be a challenge because we have space that's been used all summer long, and it has a lot of stuff in it.
So you have to take that
so
stuff
all
and
the
condense it?
stuff needs to move and disappear. So November or end of October, we're doing a lot of work getting the space ready. But once we clear it out at the beginning of the season, it's minor upkeep every week because we might be doing classes in the empty space, or we might be doing our own workshops for the holidays or other things we're trying to make. But once we cleared it out that first time, it's usually smooth sailing going forward. But yes, we have a lot of stuff to clear out, so it's a bit of work every October.
A lot of work, but well worth it when you
Absolutely.
see the faces of the people coming with their children. No dogs though.
No,
in the summer
no
they
dogs.
can take the dogs, but
dogs
not,
in the summer.
That's outside.
Unfortunately, they can't have dogs inside.
Don't bring the dogs. But the kids.
Yeah, bring your kids.
Kids
you can. Don't leave them in the car. It's fun because during the winter we're pretty quiet. Again, it's our off season. So to have a Saturday, which we'll get 500, 600, 700 people in, it kind of builds excitement for us. So we're not I wouldn't say twiddling our thumbs, but not just kind of hanging out and going through the motions. It gives us a little excitement every week to look forward to.
If you're just tuning in to the podcast and you don't have the names of who we are, I'm Doris Ballard, your host, and my guest today is Charlie Cole. He's the general manager of Cole Gardens, and he is the guy that is getting everything ready for the Concord Winter Market, which starts starts November 2nd?
I believe it's 2nd, yeah.
November 2nd through April 12th. So by the time people are hearing or watching this, it'll be in December. So this is a good time.
Perfect time.
Perfect time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get ready for the holidays, meals, and then healthy eating in January.
Healthy eating, remember, local, fresh, healthy eating. All right, let's talk about some of the vendors. Abigail's Bakery. Who doesn't love baked goods? Now, Abigail's is... she offers a variety of New England organic breads.
Yes. Yeah, no, terrific organic gluten-free breads. She's been around for many, many years. Local business out of, I think Warner Ware, one of those W's around Concord, one of those two. But very popular, one of our definitely main vendors that's been with us from day one.
All right. B Fields Farms. Let's find out what those farms are because I never heard of B Fields Farms. Where are they located?
So I brought a cheat sheet because I can't remember. I'm glad I printed this off. She's out of Wilton, New Hampshire.
Medicinal trees. teas.
Teas, yes.
Teas,
So
not trees.
Not
teas.
trees, no trees. Yep, she does a lot of different teas. Some are more flavorful than others. I'm a tea. I like iced tea. I like hot tea, and it's fun every week because she does samplings of different teas that she sells. Great person, really an herbalist at heart. So she's a good one to talk about herbs and for medical purposes also.
As she said in her description, in a time where speed and efficiency are valued so much, the simple virtue of a cup of tea to warm and heal the body and soul is frequently undervalued. I agree, totally. A nice hot cup of tea, especially in the winter, relax, have that tea.
Absolutely.
So that's Beefields Farms. Now, black water mustard.
Blackwater Mustard is out of
Kentucky.
And great company. Obviously, he sells mustard, and I've been hooked on his maple mustard. And I finally just finished a huge jar that I had, and what I've been using it for during the summer was making a salad dressing. So really just kind of simple. And again, most people think of mustard, we think of a sandwich or ham or whatnot, but I think he had a couple recipes online. He also has numerous different flavors, and he just came up with a new one that's a little more like a deli style, which is really good too.
All right, you're making me very hungry.
I know.
All right.
Good thing we already had lunch.
All right, now one that sells organic vegetables, herbs, and seasonal flowers in baskets, pumpkins and wreaths. That's Breakwind Farm.
Yep.
And
I think the text may have went over a little bit. Breakwind does baked beans.
Oh.
And they're out of Hopkinton. They have great, very creative.
Oh, okay. So the one, got it. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. The guys at Breakwind are really fun. They're really good when it comes to their marketing and taglines.
What do they have? Far too tempting. Far too. FARTOO. Tempting.
They're clever.
That's very clever. I won't forget that one.
No, you will not. They sell T-shirts, but they're known for the baked beans, frozen and ready to eat at the market.
You can taste it maybe when
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
there?
He has 4 or 5 pots every market for you to take home, taste. And I'm not a baked bean person by any means, but they're really, really good baked beans.
I love baked beans.
Yeah, you'd like these.
All right, Concord Winter Market. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is Community Conversations. I'm Doris Ballard, your host, and Charlie Cole is with Cole Gardens, and that is where the Winter Market is located. It's at the greenhouses at Cole Gardens, which is. Why don't you give the
We're at 430 Loudon Road in Concord, so just east of Route 106. So you always feel like you're going on a highway on-ramp at that intersection, but if you just go a little further, you'll make it to us.
And again, ConcordWinterMarket.com is where you go on the website. So another farm is Brookford Farm, and that's in Canterbury.
Yep. They moved to Canterbury a few years ago. They used to be on the seacoast. Organic farmers, they do it all. Dairy, milk, cheeses, meats, vegetables, organic eggs. They have a little bit of everything. They could be a one-stop shop.
Wow.
Definitely.
So they say that they have a profound respect for the life cycles of the plants and animals in their care.
Yeah.
That is a philosophy that a lot of people today really adhere to and look for in where they shop. Oh,
and people are going to that company in droves for, I think, that reason. They really like what they stand for. Right. You're right.
So this winter market again it's like a village in of itself.
Yep.
We can go
absolutely.
Right. Okay. And the holidays, really. We're going to talk about some of the titles you have for each month.
Yes, of course.
One of them that caught my eye is, of course, January 16th, Saturday. Juice it, baby.
Well, you know,
juicing is becoming very popular now.
It's a trend that I think will stick around for a little while. Healthy eating is not a fad. I think it's really it's really important to people nowadays. You know, we're stepping away from the fast food and the real greasy meals and going towards, well, you know, companies like the Co-op in Concord and Live Juice and other companies like that that are really geared towards healthy eating.
All right, a Canterbury bread shop. Oh, breads. Okay.
Oh, this one.
Bread's my weakness. Oh,
Dane cooks.
Think about that maple.
Bakes. He doesn't cook. He bakes a fantastic loaf of bread. I can't remember all the flavors he has. His sesame is probably one of my favorite.
Wood-fired brick oven bread.
He's good. He's
How
really
good that is. That would be around the holidays with the meal, or as a gift. Huh?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he does a fantastic job. One of my favorites. So
again, we're talking this whole theme of eating fresh, eating local, eating healthy. That's the mission. It's so clear for the Concord Winter Market and any farmers market. I think is that same philosophy.
Yeah, and it's really, you know,
that's
it's
why
all
they're
those.
So popular.
It's a community. It's that community feel supporting others that live locally.
Right. Here's another farm I wasn't familiar with, Cascade Brook Farm in North Sutton and New London in the Lake Sunapee region of New Hampshire. So you have people coming from
all over.
All over.
Yeah, Concord's nicely centralized, obviously, as we know. So yeah, we have people coming from all over. Concord was a spoken wheel.
Do they stay set up their booths so that they don't have to drag everything
in
every week?
Yeah, they can leave a lot of their supplies at the market. During one side of the greenhouse that we close off during the week, they can leave up whatever they need. But we do clean this. I'm sorry, they can leave up signs and whatnot. We move everything out of the way so we can clean it up for every market. Sure. But they don't have to lug stuff in and out, which is easy because that's just a process. Yeah. That's for sure.
Well, let's go.
But Cascade Brook, yeah, they Angus beef, grass-fed, very tasty.
All right.
And
can you taste the difference?
You can taste the love.
Or is it just something you feel better? You feel better about eating that.
And that's a very valid question.
I would, right.
I think it's
you feel
no question. I'm a true believer that it's healthier. But whether you taste it or not, I'm not 100%
I think
there.
if you believe in its value
of
grass-fed, you're going to really taste it. It will taste better.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's they have a beautiful operation in North Sutton.
Now, can people go visit some of these farms?
Absolutely.
All right. So I mean, these are all on your website, the Concord Winter Market.com.
And a little description. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure if most of these, if not all the vendors, would be thrilled to have people visit them. Definitely. I know, like for example, Brookford does farm days. I think Cascade will do tours. Miles Smith does farm days during the fall also, where they where people can come and see the farm. And Miles Smith has a beautiful farm plot in Loudon on the hill with the beautiful views and nice pastures. So it's fun to visit.
Let's talk a little bit about how you incorporate the arts in here, which is performance arts. You have local musicians. Yep.
So every market we want to add a little ambiance outside of our own speakers. So we have live music every Saturday, and it ranges from country to folk to Irish. A couple weekends we'll have steel drums. Errol from oh shoot, I forgot what town he's from.
That
but
sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, you know, on a cold winter day, you know, you walk in the greenhouse and all of a sudden you have Bob Marley playing on the drums. That kind of forget quickly the snow or the New Hampshire winters. But so we have a lot of again rotating musicians to change it up every week, and the musicians really love it. It's a fun atmosphere. It's unique. It's a greenhouse, so it's not a warehouse. It's not a church. It's not a bar. It's a fun, sunny greenhouse during a winter day.
Celeste Oliva, did I say that right?
Yeah, she's at
olive oil and
right here in Concord.
Vinegar.
Yeah, on South Main.
That's right.
Yeah, they're a new vendor this year in olive oils and vinegars, and kind of spice up your meal.
Now, I know the Concord Co-op it also is one of your vendors, and they're great for teaching.
Absolutely.
Can you share with our viewers or listeners some of the classes, or you did talk a little bit about how they can show you how to cook something if you're confused about buying their vegetables?
Sure. So the first couple that come to mind is Miles Smith was doing tasting different types of porks and pork and beef samples. Another one would be Hackleboro Orchard, which would be grilling apples and the different apples that they're selling. And they kind of educate you on how the process that they were going through at the market to get the items prepared. A lot of the vendors also will participate on other cooking shows in the state to help get the name out and again show people how to use their products. What else? Cascade Brook, again, another beef vendor. They were sampling different cuts of beef that they were grilling at the market. So again, you can kind of taste the difference. What else? I'm trying to think of some of the other vendors that were doing.
You have even coffee, Granite Ledge Coffee.
Yep, great company that's roasting coffee right here in Canterbury. Again, one of our beginning vendors, very, very popular, does very well at our market. People love his coffee.
I could go on forever, but we have Hickory Nut Farm. You have
goat cheese.
You have Lewis Farm.
Yep, which is out of Concord.
Linden Garlic Farm?
Yeah,
people actually have a garlic farm.
Yeah,
wow.
He sells garlic dried and in flakes. It's if you like garlic, he's a man to see.
And Meadow View Farm.
Yeah, she does a lot of. She's probably one of our main egg suppliers. People love coming to the market for fresh eggs.
Miles Smith Farm. You have a lot of farmers.
A lot of farmers. Miles Smith sells.
Is in Loudon.
Yep.
And
Angus and Highland beef.
Now, what is Micro Mamas?
Fermented vegetables.
Oh.
I know. Like, so I'm not I tease Stephanie because it's not quite up my alley, but.
So extend the life of produce.
Yeah. She's very popular with her fermented vegetables. Let me tell you. Good a little seasoning or a little extra vegetables in some of your meals.
Now, New Hampshire Mushroom Company, you have dog treats.
Dog treats.
Dog treats.
Can't bring your dog, but you can buy your dog something.
You can bring your dog something.
That's right.
Molly Lane Kitchen, jams, jellies. Oh, this is so holidays. And so, to me, this reeks of, I'm going to give gifts all year long.
Absolutely.
Right. Northwood Naturals.
Yeah, they do soaps
and lotions. Nyla's chutneys?
Yes, I love her cilantro chutney and her samosas.
You must try everything.
I try a lot. Yeah, I get a little bit of this and a little bit of that at every market, but her samosas are delicious. All right, I'm supposed to cook them, but I always eat them cold.
Oh, really?
Before. I just can't wait. They're too good.
There's just so much going on. I want to remind people who are maybe just tuning in by, by mistake or whatever, that this is Community Conversations. I'm Doris Ballard, your host. It's a Concord TV podcast and TV show that you can also watch on yourconcordtv.org and watch any of our programming there, actually. And we're speaking with Charlie Cole today from Cole Gardens. He's the general manager, and he's also the overseer and of the winter markets. Farmers market, so to speak, over at, again, the address
is? It's 430 Loudon Road.
And go to ConcordWinterMarket.com. All right, now you have sort of a theme every month. We talked about the Juice It Baby. We talked about, I like the Beat the January Blues, Saturday, January 23rd. Right about that time, you're right. Everybody's like,
is it over
the holidays are over.
What are we going to look forward to?
I got to
More
lose
snow?
weight. More snow,
right.
Winter, spring coming, but I can get a feeling of spring by going to the winter farmers market or the winter.
Absolutely, right. It's a step out of the norm where you can come to a spot that's full of sun and a greenhouse with plants and a community feel with a lot of local vendors and a lot of your friends.
You bump into people you know.
Yeah.
So impress your guests. That's Saturday, December 5th. That I could say that you would impress your guests by bringing some of these things home with you to entertain or
Yeah,
give as
definitely.
gifts.
A lot of the
Yeah.
vendors leading up to Christmas or in the holidays, they do very well, like jams and jellies with Molly Lane or Red Fox Farm as gifts, stocking stuffers, for example, or Mrs. Beasley or East Coast Sales that does the pet treats. So there's a lot of Christmas gifts that you can find at the market that are made locally.
Well, and then when it's over, how sad is that? It goes all the way to April 12th, though. So
I know,
that's
that
good.
is a sad day.
Yeah. But you know, I'm thinking it's a long winter, so that really must make you feel good to go to the Winter Farmers Market.
Absolutely.
Now, what makes you most excited about being a leader in making this winter market happen every year?
It's exciting because I think it's something that's fun for the community. You know, the vendors really wanted a place or needed a place to sell their product here in Concord, and consumers of the community are looking for products or food to purchase that was local. So it's just a unique situation for us out, you know, during the summer. Obviously, there's markets all over the place because you can set up in a street in our parking lot, but we have a unique situation where, you know, we have open space during the winter and it's a bright, sunny spot, so it works, and pulling together is fun. Yeah, I mean, there's work involved, but I think it's a good community project. It's something that we like to do.
This farmers market, this winter market, is kind of like a microcosm of your business, Cole Gardens, because you're a family business.
Yep, we are.
Your mom and dad work in the business still.
Yep.
And so how are they involved in the farmers market?
My mom's there, you know, 9 out of 10 Saturdays, working the store. My dad, you'll see him a lot. Parking cars, because so many cars are coming in. We like to make sure people can find the spots, and it's a good transition in and out. So he can be found parking a lot of times, but he is very busy during the winter at our growing operation. That's our busiest time of year, so it's usually a short-lived visit on Saturdays. But we're there a lot. We like to be.
But it's a labor of love, right?
Absolutely. That's what it's called, right?
That's right. The labor of love.
That's right.
So if you, let's remind everyone what the website is, and the Concord Winter Market is held every Saturday between November 2nd and April 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., excluding December 28th.
We get 1 week off.
You get a week off?
We get a week off between Christmas and New Year's. One
Good
Saturday
for you.
off. I
Good for
thought
you.
so.
Right. And ConcordWinterMarket.com is the website. And how many in all do you have vendors there? About
We.
I didn't mention them all even.
Yeah, no, not even close. I think we rotate through about 40 plus vendors. During December, it's a little bit smaller because we're still kind of busy in the store. But the peak of our season, January through the end of April, we'll have 34 vendors, I believe, present at each market, and then live music.
So if people who are tuning in now want to find something interesting to do that on Saturday mornings, and go visit the Concord Winter Market and at Cole Gardens, and try some of the wonderful, delectable food, learn some new ways of serving that food and maybe cooking it.
Yeah.
Listen to some wonderful music, mingle with your friends and neighbors from around the area, and say hi to Charlie Cole, who's my guest here, and thank you for being here today.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. This was great.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. And thank you for tuning in to Community Conversations, a production of Concord TV. I'm Doris Ballard, your host. Bye now.